I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel that
right. Today, I'm riding the Thunder for the first time. Mr. Philippe, who you may have seen in the Speed Triple video, has also got this, and he is going on mine. Treat it well. And he's also got one of these, and I've never ever ridden this Italian based, and so therefore I'll give it a go. How do we start it? Oh, it's certainly fruitier sounding than the Speed Triple. That is loud. So we'll give it a go. I'll stick up with the specs. I can't remember them. It's something like a little bit less than that, a little bit less torque. Right. Wrong way. Like tiny mirrors. But it's the V4 engine that I'm interested in really feeling. So wider seat, it's definitely a wider seat. You're on the bike, that you're more in the bike. I think that my back's a bit straighter, so probably more comfortable. Oh, it sounds fruity. Nice light clutch. I think the clutch is lighter than on mine. Are these longer? So, sorry, I haven't got him on microphone today, but wider bars. I mean, obviously, looking at this, looks a bit... Yeah. If we quickly look again at the speed, so obviously looking here, we'll work out what they do. A bit more refined, like a gentleman's motorcycle. This is some bloke called Giuseppe. It is gorgeous though. It's got a lighter clutch. It's nice. It's nice clutch. So that's the cruise control. That's your modes. So Tour, Sport, User, Tour. Let's start off on Tour. Oh, it doesn't like not moving. Right, here we go. Ready to go. My first time on the road on the Thunder Tuono, which is of course Italian for thunder. Now, the first thing I've noticed is upright position. You are literally sitting on top of the bike as opposed to in the bike, and it pushes your back kind of straight, which is means this is going to be more comfortable. It's got a wider seat. Now we're currently in Tour mode, so that's going to give it a softer setting, a softer throttle response, softer suspension. So it'll be interesting to feel, since we're going back most of the roads that we came down on. By the way, we're at Bowley's Beach or something like that. Okay, indicators are there. Not quite got the muscle memory at the moment of the controls. Lovely clutch though. It is a lovely clutch. What about the gears? So, quick shift down low doesn't seem to like the changes quite as much as the speed. It's kind of a bit bloop. Yeah, oh, you see that? I think that you're kind of going to have to go with, clutch down low. Screen is lovely. The TFT though is lovely. It's a lovely riding position. I'd say definitely more comfortable than the Speed Triple. Although it ain't quite as sporty, which you'd think that this is well known for being slightly more track biased than the Speed Triple. You'd have thought this would be more sporty, but it's not. The engine is lovely though. It's very, very smooth. And now this has got Tour, Sport, I think User. Seat feels a little bit harder than the Speed Triple, but oops, yeah. So gear shifts, Right, let's get past. Oh, see there? Okay. Oh, it's quick. It gets up there, I think. I'm not sure if it gets up there quicker than the speed, but but that kind of mid-range torque, I was expecting less because it's actually got less. It's actually got less torque than the Speed Triple. Back brake's about as useless as any back brake. I think actually the speed's a little bit better. Oh, front brake is nice and sharp. Now I know one thing, you can do a hell of a lot more electronically with this. Now we've got semi-active suspension compared to the manual Öhlins on the Speed Triple. Now obviously the new 2025 has got even posher than this, but this at the moment, you know, I mean the suspension feels great, but obviously we're not on really shitty roads. How does it tip in? Yeah. I mean obviously we're not doing any kind of real twisty stuff at the moment, but that's tipping in quite nice. How does it feel? Just on the fly like that, I think the speed tends to very slightly be a bit more flickable, but although I think these bars are wider, so it should be the opposite, shouldn't it? Yeah, it doesn't like changing gear as much as Speed Triple. I have to stop comparing it to what I think is the best gear changing bike on the market. Nice little pops and bangs. I doubt if that's picked up on camera, but I think I could ride this further than the Speed Triple just because of the riding position. Although I do prefer to be more in the bike, that feeling of being part of the bike that the Speed Triple gives you. This is, you know, you're really perched on top of it like a parrot on a parrot thing. But I'm on it 5 minutes, I feel like I'm really at home with it. Alright, let's see what happens about changing mode. So I'm now in Sport. That was easy to change, just press that button there, bang, straight away. That's a hell of a lot quicker than the Speed Triple. This dash and the electronics, they absolutely beat the Speed Triple, hands down. I mean, I just went to Sport like that, bang. I'm definitely starting to get the hang of these gears now, and once you realise that it's that kind of more of an instant bang, bang, bang. So I'm going to change now again to Tour. Let me go back down to second, where there's... Yeah, it's much less violent. Oh, just for the camera, yes, Phil was saying that his the knee position is better on this because he might be younger, but he's actually really old in his soul. Neutrals are just as bad to find as any other bike. There's one thing I'm noticing. It's a hell of a lot more vibey, and I might actually been going about half an hour now, getting a bit of a kind of numb fingers in the left hand. There are a lot more vibes through the bars. I didn't really notice before until now. Now I'm aware of it. You can definitely be, I'd say, a lot more lazy on the Speed Triple. Right, what about the looks? Well, I don't like the looks. I'm going to be brutally honest. There are areas of it that I like, but for me, it's just a bike that can't make its mind up. It's not a naked. It's got too much plastic. Look at that. It's almost full fairing around the side. I love the engine though. Yeah, I just can't get the hang of the looks. It just looks like it should have clip-ons. Jesus Christ! That's quick. And obviously, you know, looks are in the eye of the beholder, or beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'd choose the Speed any day, looks-wise, over this. Let's go back now to the seat just quickly. I'm actually starting to get a bit of a bum ache compared to the Speed. A bit earlier than I would on the Speed. I think this bike, I could only live with it if I intended to go to prison. Right, so would I buy this? For the looks, no. For the engine, whilst it's insane, no. Mainly because this makes me want to go fast. I am far more likely to lose my license on this than the speed triple. But you know something? I definitely want one in my collection. If I had to choose between this and that, I would still take the speed triple. But if I had the possibility to own this, then 100% I'd go for it, because my god, this has to be one of the most impressive engines of any bike I have ever ridden. And with that, gonna jump back on the speed, and we've got another 3 hours to get back home. So thanks for coming along on this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.